In respect to the UPDF Act, the Vice President of Uganda Law Society has always expounded on this point. But of course, as the Treasurer, I would also want to further clarify that we believe that the UPDF Act was forced onto and is being forced onto Ugandans. If you look at the manner in which actually it was passed, it leaves so many questions, it leaves so many holes. We received a letter just 10 minutes to the consultative meeting where Uganda Law Society was being invited to make contributions towards the passing of the law. Yeah, so that alone clearly shows you that the manner in which this act was really passed was fast-tracked without actually consulting the key stakeholders. Uganda Law Society, the role of the Uganda Law Society is to ensure that we advise government on sensitive matters of the law. If you clearly look at Section 3 of the Uganda Law Society Act, it is our mandate to ensure that we advise government. So the manner in which the government of Uganda was calling for that advice from the Uganda Law Society was really having so many question marks. You can't call someone to a meeting 10 minutes asking him to probably give you advice on a document that is more than 100 pages. So, as the Uganda Law Society, we maintain that this act is unconstitutional. It is in violation of the Supreme Court decision in Kabaziguruka that actually made it unlawful, made it unconstitutional to try civilians in military courts of law. Yes, we understand that probably there may be an abuse of military attire by some individuals of the society, but that also cuts across other entities. Yeah, today it is a military attire, but there are so many other entities where probably people are taking advantage and are abusing those various entities. So should all those other entities also probably, government come up with laws saying that probably also in this area, let's say if someone impersonates a surveyor, then probably it should also be handled by the surveyors. Yeah, this is something that we believe all matters, especially pertaining civilians, should be handled by the civil courts of law. This should not be a coup on the judiciary. In fact, we see this as a coup. This is a real coup on the judiciary, taking away the actual responsibility of the judiciary, which is to deliver justice. Yeah, listen to complaints and deliver justice, especially on issues concerning civilians. So that is our stand, and we shall maintain that stand.
Are you a woman with a small-scale business with a dream of growing it to another level? The GROW Project is here to support you in realizing your dream.
The GROW Project is a government initiative implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development and Private Sector Foundation Uganda with support from the World Bank.
We support women-owned businesses across the country to gain hands-on and business management skills through training within your location, business financing through grants and affordable loans, and infrastructure in your areas of operation to enable you to increase your productivity.
If you have a business that makes sales of up to 800,000 Uganda shillings per month, the GROW Project has the tools and resources to help you succeed. For more information, contact your district or city GROW focal person or call our toll-free line on 0800 307 777 to learn more about how you can benefit from the GROW Project's services.
The GROW Project, empowering women economically, transforming communities.
Of recent, we have been seeing arrests. We have been seeing arrests of lawyers by unknown members of the public. One of them is a person who once contested to become a member of parliament in Uganda. This matter has, of course, been followed by the Vice President, who was trying and has actually ensured that this member actually gets the due justice. But we as Uganda Law Society, we call upon security agencies. We want to remind the security agencies that in the process of doing your duty, please try to align with the law. Honorable Mao was here and he said that what is so hard for a security operative to introduce himself. The advocate that was arrested is not a terrorist, is not a murderer, but the way, the method in which he was actually arrested and then later on detained by the unknown security operatives as of today leaves so many questions, leaves so many unanswered threats that need to be really understood by the wananchi. So we as Uganda Law Society, we condemn and we encourage the security agencies to really comply with the law. If you are detaining someone, please detain him in a recognized place that is known by either his relatives or his advocate, so that it doesn't become an issue of alarm. These things are becoming issues of alarm because people are being detained in unknown places. Up to now, no one knew where Mr. Mujovole was being detained. So that is really uncalled for. And like you have said, we encourage the state operatives to actually keep and maintain law and order.
Are you a woman with a small-scale business with a dream of growing it to another level? The GROW project is here to support you in realizing your dream.
The GROW project is a government initiative implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development and Private Sector Foundation Uganda with support from the World Bank.
We support women-owned businesses across the country to gain hands-on and business management skills through training within your location, business financing through grants and affordable loans, and infrastructure in your areas of operation to enable you to increase your productivity.
If you have a business that makes sales of up to 800,000 Uganda shillings per month, the GROW project has the tools and resources to help you succeed. For more information, contact your district or city GROW focal person or call our toll-free line on 0800 307 777 to learn more about how you can benefit from the GROW project's services.
The GROW project, empowering women economically, transforming communities.
In as far as the activities that are being done by Uganda Law Society, this is to update and inform members that on Saturday, the 24th of May, Uganda Law Society, the Eastern Bar, headed by our council member, Mr. Eguru, Mr. Nangulu, Edmund, we shall be conducting a prison visit to Soroti Prison. Your Worship, we had a prison visit in Mbale, and one of the things that we discovered that there are so many inmates there who have been committed, remanded for more than others 3 years. Some few, it's now around 13 years, and they have never been actually committed to the High Court. Some have just been remanded and they have never been remanded, brought back to court prior to be committed to the High Court. Those are some of the issues that we are seeing, especially in the areas, the far-reaching areas of Eastern region, in Bali in particular. And we are continuing with more discoveries. We are heading to Soroti. We believe that such visits will enable us probably identify gaps and address such gaps to the relevant authorities. Good enough, the senior judicial officer, Mr. Wegoye, Joel is here. We addressed the letter to the Chief Registrar. We addressed the letter still to all the top tier of the judiciary, informing them about these anomalies. So we request and we pray that there is speedy trial, especially for all inmates, not only in Mbale or other areas where we shall be going, but all the citizens of this country, because delay defeats justice. Delay defeats justice. And that is where we have always encouraged the High Court, Civil Division, that we filed an application to set aside the orders that were granted, saying that the president of the Uganda Law Society should be in prison for 2 years. But up to today, that matter has never been fixed. We believe not fixing is affecting the rights of a Ugandan. It is affecting the rights of an advocate. It's affecting the rights of the president of the Uganda Law Society. So we pray And we do believe that you're hearing that please expedite not only the matter of the president, but even other court cases. I believe sometimes advocates don't follow up their cases, but for those who really follow up their cases, they deserve to be given hearing dates. And I think we thank the judiciary of the case of Mudi Obole, where we are applying for habeas corpus to ensure that he's brought to court, was expeditiously given a date by the judiciary. We want to thank it for actually taking that active role in ensuring that a date was given. And indeed, we believe that advocate will receive the much anticipated justice. Talking about the topics that have been actually talked on by our panelists, thank you so much for our dear panelists. Thank you so much for the knowledge that you have given to not only the advocates, but even to the members who are listening in. I received communications from Cuba, Bangladesh and Moldova last week that Mr. Henry, the information that you are giving out was really insightful, and they were calling upon for more further seminars and symposiums where you can actually come back, and I think that was the spirit in which you had even to bring him again to further elaborate on such issues. So we thank you, and that is one of the key areas where we, as the Radical NIBA, we are really putting emphasis, that is decolonization. Some of the principles that he has actually talked about were colonial, where you are denying a girl child inheritance. Yeah? Girl child was being denied inheritance. Even up to date, some ladies and some girls up country and even here amongst us are being denied an opportunity to benefit from the work and efforts of their families. That is really unfair. I believe just like Mr. Henry has clearly elaborated, we are all equal before the law, regardless of our gender, male or female. We deserve to really be partake in part of the sweat of our parents. The judiciary, we thank you for that, the effort that you have always done. ULI is not a Uganda Law Information Institute. I think lawyers are familiar with the word ULI, but the public may not be familiar. ULI is it's like an app or a website where you can get all legal information, cases that were decided yesterday on that platform, that website. If you want to understand laws concerning media, especially the media people who are here, you just go and type rights of my rights as a journalist. They are going to give you decided cases as latest as yesterday. They have really equipped ULI with the sophisticated research protocols where you can even understand that a case has been nullified, a case has been upheld. Initially, it was incumbent upon the lawyer to actually do further research and confirm, is the case that I am reading, was it upheld, has it been nullified? You could actually be embarrassed for the lawyers who are out there. You research a case, only to go to court and they're telling you this case has been nullified. But with the help of the judiciary, spearheaded by our own, His Worship Joel Urugoye, he has actually improved ULI. And I think we need to clap and thank him for that initiative. In fact, that is part of our 4Ds also, the digitalization mode. And we shall do whatever it takes as council to ensure that we can actually have meaningful partnership, to ensure that the advocates, who are actually one of the biggest beneficiaries of ULI, can actually benefit from even those other packages that you have labored to actually explain. So without taking much of your time, I would want to welcome the Vice President of the Uganda Law Society to actually make the conclusive remarks in regards to this Please, let's invite the Vice President.